I gotta restart it. It like takes a while to. That's what I want. Yeah, edit that out. All right, it's the rundown week of June 25th. BarstoolU Midwest here, live and in action. I'm Noah Barstool, UWM. That's UW Milwaukee here in the great state of Wisconsin, and ready to get after it with the boys here.
I'm Mike. I'm from Wabash College, Indiana. All male, 900 student school.
All male. It's brutal.
That's rough.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, mistakes, but it happens. I'm having fun.
What do we like to hear?
All right, I'm Rob, Akron, home of the arch nemesis of our leader, Stool Presidente, LeBron James. Just a public school in action, man. Just trying to make it big in the world.
You bet.
My name is John. I run the Barstool EIU account for Eastern Illinois University, school of about 9,000 kids in Central Illinois.
Yeah, I guess I should have said something a little more about the school. It's a great city of Milwaukee, biggest in Wisconsin. Division I, but you wouldn't know it because they don't care about the sports programs. So
I'm on the same page with you on that one. What conference are you?
Good old Horizon League. No football,
okay.
Just basketball is our big money maker.
North Coast Athletic Conference, Division III.
Yeah, I knew it was D3, and I figured that deal. All boys school. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right now, we're Division I in the Ohio Valley Conference, but they've been talking about maybe downsizing a little bit and going to D2 because they invest so much money yearly into having D1 programs, and obviously there's not big turnouts at the games and all that. So that'd be a big game changer that I wouldn't want to happen.
Yeah, there's no reason Milwaukee should be Division I because no one cares about the sports except for me. So
yeah, we're D1, even though our football team, our university actually pays to like buy tickets so that the NCAA doesn't know that we don't have anybody at our games.
Oh.
But we have to have a D1 football team to have a D1 basketball team, which is our only like saving grace. So that's what we're doing, I guess.
Should we get right into it?
You bet.
Let's do it.
All right, get started off with a little NBA draft recap. Mike, you want to start it off here?
Yeah. So I'm from Indiana, so technically a Pacer fan. Not real big into the NBA, but did catch the storylines of Paul George possibly being slipped out after this year. He's already not confirmed, but people have said he's openly told people at bars. Another thing, I was listening to the Dan Dockett show, family friend of mine, and some guy claimed that at a bar one night he was like, "I'm out of here after this year," and this and that. And sure enough, on draft day, there was a rental truck that you can rent to move stuff out of his house, and everybody was freaking out. It wasn't a semi; it was just a small box truck, and people thought he could move his whole big house into it. But I thought the Pacers should have made the move. He's a big-time player. Several teams definitely need that. I know they were talking about Boston or maybe Cleveland and getting Kevin Love out of him. But honestly, if the guy's out of here after the year, why not trade and get something out of him? I mean, I thought it may pan out to be all right, but
nobody wants Kevin Love is a problem. Nobody wants Kevin because he sucks.
Right.
And he could. I mean, the thing is he could half-ass out the year. You know what I mean? It's not like they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're not going to re-sign you." He's like, "That's exactly what I want to happen." So another thing, I mean, I was watching the beginning of the draft, and of course, Lonzo Ball was taken second, and his dad. His interview, of course, Mike put right in his face before his kid's even on the stage, and he guarantees that Lonzo's going to take the Lakers to the playoffs first year. Struggling Lakers team. They got rid of D'Angelo Russell and a couple other guys. I'm still thinking it's Swaggy P's team. I don't think we can play on the same court.
Isn't Swaggy P gone too, though? Or is he still there?
Opt out, I think.
Action if he's gone.
I think Swaggy P's gone, but what I was going to say about the Pacers, yeah, Paul George, there was a lot of mixed signals with that, obviously, but I think he's done in a Pacers uniform. I don't think he's playing another game.
You think he's out right now, like before the season starts in October?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's gone. I mean, I don't know where he's going to go, but I cannot see him playing another second for the Pacers.
Yeah.
And, as far as LeVar goes, I don't know how you guys feel about the whole Ball family and that, but I cannot stand LeVar Ball. It's his kids.
No lane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know,
I usually like people like LeVar Ball, but no, the thing, like the stuff he says, yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of too in your face, and it's like, let the kid play. Like he talks
He's just
more than
he's making a brand out of his kid.
Right.
Right.
It's crazy. And I do definitely agree the shoes that he made look too close to the Kevin Durant shoes.
I don't know. You can buy them from Marshalls.
I mean, I don't know. I would.
Yeah.
Another thing I saw on Twitter was Magic Johnson tweeted immediately after Ball was drafted saying, "Great pick for Laker Nation. If he can help the team score more points than the opponents, it'll help him win." Like, you think?
Nice. Thanks.
Magic Johnson tweet. It's pretty much all he does is the most obvious stuff off of his Twitter account. But what I was gonna say was LeVar, it's his kid's night. It's not anything about him, but he makes everything about himself, and I don't think Lonzo is having any of it. I think he can't stand it.
Hey, but don't worry. A couple of years, he and his two brothers will be on the team together.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. His
ball control.
His
brothers are trash.
I was trying to think.
His brothers are not going to be one and done. That's ridiculous.
No, I was totally cool with the LeVar thing for a while, and then he came after my boy Kyrie about saying that he didn't have parents or whatever he said, and that's just a dick move. Obviously, his mom died when he was young, so after that, I was like, he's just talking shit just to be in the news. So,
right.
Yeah, no, this dude's just all publicity. He'll say anything to get everybody talking about him on First Take or whatever that shitty ESPN show that's on that shouldn't be on anymore. He just says stupid shit just to make airtime for other people to get him on. Just not taking anything away from his kid.
It works. I mean, I guess I can't knock it because it works. I mean, they keep fucking putting him on there, so it's obviously working, but it's so unnecessary.
Any publicity for him and his family is good publicity in his eyes. So, I mean, his other two kids, there's no way they're making the NBA after 1 year at UCLA.
No.
In other draft news, here in Milwaukee, we're all about our Bucks now on the future, and unexpected pick drafted DJ Wilson out of Michigan. Didn't like that one bit, honestly. I mean, went along with the Bucks storyline. Of course, he's a long 6'10", and he's got a 7'3" wingspan. You know, the Bucks, they're all about their length. So,
don't they have Delly?
What's that?
The Bucks have Delly.
They do, but he doesn't start. But
yeah, so
that's why you don't win basketball games if Delly's not on the floor. It's just plain and simple.
Exactly. That's why the Cavs lost this year, single-handedly.
That's exactly why.
Only reason they didn't get out of the first round is because Delly wasn't in the lineup. But DJ Wilson out of Michigan, didn't like that. One, because he's from Michigan, and two, wasn't expecting it at all. I was thinking more Harry Giles or Bam Adebayo, but Yeah, DJ Wilson just goes along with the Bucks. Oh, he's long, so might as well draft him, you know. And it doesn't really matter if he's good at basketball as long as he's long. In Milwaukee, they're all about him. On Twitter, everyone's freaking out about him, and the only thing he's got going for him is that he's a decent shooter. I don't really see anything else out of him. So.
All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, are you talking NBA?
Yeah, I was going to go on to Chicago.
Yeah, go ahead.
To clarify, I'm a North Sider, so don't get it twisted. But I was honestly, as soon as like the first round ended, I tweeted right away saying like honestly, I like the moves the Bulls made, and probably within like less than a minute, I got like over 10 likes already, which is kind of weird. But as days went on, more reports kept coming out and different stances of people talking, and everyone was giving the Bulls like terrible ratings and like an F grade overall for the draft. And I'm not completely there on like the wagon of, getting rid of Jimmy Butler was really stupid. I'm almost convinced, but I think I'm gonna give it a shot for a little bit. I mean, it was a big move getting rid of our franchise player, and I don't know. I'm not gonna give up yet, but the thing that gets to me is with Jimmy Butler, the farthest he went in his 6 years at the Bulls was like the second round of the NBA playoffs, and I don't think we can do that now with the squad we have. But I don't know. I'm not giving up yet. I don't even know if we'll go 500, but that's just me.
Yeah, for the Bulls, I think smart thing to get rid of Jimmy Butler, but they gave up way too much. They got rid of the 16th pick too. That's just the front office right there. Garpax, absolute mess in the front office. But I don't know, for the fans, it doesn't even seem like the front office.
They changed their words from like we're going into the rebuilding process to like we're gonna go into this process, slowly and take our time. And I was like, well, I don't know why that would be your stance, but like we want to rebuild the young players. And personally, I don't even think Laurie was the right pick.
God,
like looking in and like watching a little bit of him and like reading what other people have to say, it seems like all he brings to the table is pretty much his height. And he just covers ground. That's all I'm really seeing.
He's a good shooter, but it doesn't bring much to the table otherwise. I mean, he's a good 3-point shooter, but he's that.
It's tough to say rebuild and have Dwayne Wade be making like $24 million a year because the dude's going to play maybe 50 games.
Right. When a person like Jimmy Butler is taking a huge pay cut as it is already too, I don't know. And I usually listen to ESPN 1000 every morning, and they were saying how like lights out and knockdown Zach LaVine is like for a brief like minute or two. And I look up his 3-point per shooting stat, and he's like 37%. And last year, well, he was hurt first of all, but I don't think he shot that great. But
I think overall, on the whole, the Jimmy Butler to Minnesota and the Bulls' decision to do that, as I was trying to say a little bit earlier, I think it was a smart move. If the Bulls say what they're going to do what they've been saying, and rebuilding, but you can't rebuild with Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo both over 30 on your roster. 31-year-old Rondo and almost 36 coming up on the year Dwayne Wade. It's really ugly, and they're not going near the playoffs this year. This is full rebuild except for those two. I think one of them's gone. It's going to be ugly in Chicago for next couple of years or so. But Zach LaVine and Chris Dunn, that's a step in the right direction. Can't give up that pick in the draft, though. That threw in a little too much.
Yeah. How was the draft over in Ohio?
Honestly, didn't even watch it. Cavs weren't picking. So
well, LeBron, he would have made all the picks anyway. So
yeah, and as soon as I heard Jimmy Butler was gone, I was kind of waiting for that to see if we would maybe pick up Jimmy Butler. I still think Paul George is a possibility, but my only thing about Paul George is we're definitely only going to get him for a year if he does come this way. And then if he does come and wants to go to LA, that's like scary that he could take LeBron with him. And if LeBron leaves, Kyrie says he's leaving, and it's just after that, it's just like it's a nightmare. So I really don't even want to think about it. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to enjoy my time with LeBron that I have, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can make a move to get Paul George, but it's not looking good because nobody wants Kevin Love. But I don't even want Kevin Love.
Close the door. Can't close the door on Paul George yet, but I don't know. I think for at least next year, it's gonna be Warriors Cavs back in finals again. I mean, it's pretty predictable. That's what I can't stand, but I can't stand the Cavs in the East, obviously.
Well, the best thing is Cavs firing the GM. They can just name LeBron the GM official.
And the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes without saying. He's making all the calls. We don't even need another GM to save the money.
Just sitting on the sideline, just sticking his lips out, just kind of confused where he's at.
Yeah, LeBron's a multifaceted man there. He's got the whole front office locked up and the court. I mean, he's calling all the shots down there.
Dude, I thought about that. Like during timeouts, these guys aren't listening to what Tyronn Lue's saying. I think LeBron's just running the show.
No.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Tyronn Lue isn't doing a thing.
Yeah,
he's sitting there tossing a few back on the sidelines.
Tyler's just a body.
LeBron's
He doesn't do anything.
Oh God, no. Tyronn Lue, he doesn't know anything about basketball. He wasn't much of a player in the first place.
Yeah, who are you going to listen to? Ty Lue, who's getting stepped over by AI, or LeBron, who's potentially one of the best players? That it just makes no sense why you even have him there. Just get rid of him. I don't even need him.
Right.
He's like Jackie Moon, player, coach, owner. Does everything.
Like Jackie Moon. He's like Jackie Moon, man. He can do it all.
You just trade somebody for a washing machine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all LeBron land down in Cleveland, so he's got it all rigged there. It's just a bunch of bodies to fill in spots there. Mike, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, so one thing I noticed, App Store, Snapchat had a big time update. They kind of put a tracker on everybody. And I was talking about it with a bunch of buddies of mine a couple nights ago. And this is definitely going to be the demise of a lot of relationships. A lot of guys saying, yeah, I don't want to hang out tonight. I just want to stay at home. And then she checks her, the map, and out of his house, she's like, oh, what are you doing? And but it's getting close to invasion of privacy a little bit. I mean, I guess you can put yourself on ghost mode, but still, like, that people can just see where you're at all times.
Yeah, I think that's – oh, go ahead, John.
My first thought when I saw this was, should I create a Bitmoji? I don't know.
Yeah, you have to, or else it's just some fucking weird-looking thing on there. It's, like, gross. It's like a blob.
Yeah, it's like
You got to do it.
So I was like, I don't know if I really want a Bitmoji. I think I'm going to share my location. I mean, usually I do like find my friends on my iPhone.
Right.
And
same thing now.
I think it's kind of funny. It could definitely be weird and like potentially fuck up a lot of things. But no, I think I like it so far. It's not going to cause problems down the line.
Yeah, I definitely I think it's a big step for Snapchat there. I mean, it's pretty much find your friends, and like you said, Mike, it's gonna create a lot of turmoil with friends and girlfriends and stuff. I think quite a few guys are gonna be getting in some heat with their girlfriends and stuff, and might be catching some cheaters there. But I don't know, John, you definitely gotta go with the Bitmoji. That's a must. But
I didn't really know too much about Bitmojis until like recently, and when I checked it, almost everyone pretty has a Bitmoji.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna sleep on it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll make steps towards that soon.
Yeah, you might have to make the move. But yeah, Snapchat definitely making a creepy move there, and it's gonna get a lot of people in a lot of heat these days.
It could help a lot too, though. My only thought: you share your location, lose your phone. Way easier to just have somebody check Snapchat. If you're like blackout, don't have your phone, you just check and you left it at the bar or something. So it could be helpful too.
Right.
Genius.
Right.
Definitely a lot of pluses and minuses with it, but yeah, definitely could serve as a advocate for many things.
All right, should we move on to controversial topic?
You bet.
All right, so every week, what we plan on doing is we want to have a controversial topic through the Barstool app today. And this post was from 2 days ago, recently tweeted on the Twitter account I run, Barstool Bash. I found an article that Illinois and Lovie Smith have offered a 10-year-old named to play football at Illinois. Kid's 10. Like how young? I mean, I remember several years ago, USC offered some 8th grader, and that was crazy. But now we're getting to 10-year-olds who, you know, have always been around their parents or whatever, and they're not even in middle school yet. It's playing in youth football.
How big is this kid? And he better be fucking like 6 feet tall at 10 years old, or that just makes no sense.
Hey, you better be a
I don't
mom.
know.
No, he's not. He's like your average 4th grader. My first thought was like, this kid, like his parents definitely know like a recruiter at U of I, and they said like, get my kid some exposure, give this kid an offer.
So Mike Evans did. Everybody knows who the kid is.
Right.
That follows my.
So that was my first thought. I mean, other than that, you have to be like a fucking freak at youth midget football at 10 years old to get an offer from a D1 school. Because like, there's no film for games that are at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
No, yeah, I think Lovie Smith's trying to make the headlines a little bit. He's over there in Illinois, a failing program. I think he's just trying to make a comeback with his name a little bit. He hasn't really done much since he was let go from the Bears. And 10-year-old, come on now, you can't find anything from a 10-year-old that's gonna prove show.
No, the lifting weights. He hasn't even hit freshman football. He hasn't, for God's sake, hasn't even played middle school football.
He hasn't hit puberty. He can't even build muscle.
Yeah, this kid couldn't stop growing.
I think the bad thing is, so, like, I'd say the last 2 times I've seen U of I football in the news is this story, which is absolutely ridiculous. And the other one was before Lovie Smith came, the coach was telling, like, the doctors, like, if anyone comes to you and saying, like, they're hurt or my head hurts, you tell them, no, you're fine. Like, if you know, like, their ankle's fucked up, no, you keep playing, you're fine, you're cleared to go.
Well, concussions don't exist, so I don't see the problem with that.
Roger Goodell said that.
Yeah, I don't believe in concussions, so
I can't stand hearing the C word. Yeah, it's just a mess. Shout out Illini Barstool. You gotta figure something out over there in Champaign. Lovie Smith, hold the phone on the 10-year-old. Seriously.
Kind of realming into Jerry Sandusky's land, kind of calling up young kids, hey, come visit.
Don't mosey on in over to Sandusky's.
Headline.
Yeah, I think Lovie Smith's hitting some rocky waters with that one.
All right, so is that all we got?
Yeah, I think that's the rundown. Week 1, BarstoolU Midwest. Stay tuned for more. Great first one, boys. Get after it.
Take it easy, boys.
See ya.